We at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Where is hostel in that? Was that too hostile of a word to include in the song? Have they heard the song? Hey there, Travel Bees! Thank you so much for tuning in yet again for another one of my videos. I'm so happy to be here and to share with you the invigorating topic about hostels versus hotels. So everybody thinks of hostels as these scary places where people get murdered and killed because of the movie Hostel. And that is completely wrong. Hostels are actually an amazing way to meet new people and truly expand your reach of friends. Just like hotels, there are brand name hostels that you can go to that are going to cost you a little bit more. But at the end of the day, they're going to be even cheaper than you staying at one of those cheap motels that we were talking about. Let me just say, stay tuned to the end to be able to see some of the beautiful hostels that I've stayed in on lakes and on beaches. There is no sacrificing of a beautiful view when you're staying at a hostel, that is for sure. You know what to do. If you love this video, go ahead and like it below and subscribe to my page if you want to see more travel tips coming your way. So let's get into it. Today, we are going to talk about 7 different comparisons between hostels and hotels. Number 1, the big one, price. The price of a hostel is extremely cheap compared to hotels. Most hotels you're gonna get are gonna be around $100 a night and up to $200, $300, whatever it may be. But for hostels, you only pay for a bed, and you could be sharing that room with 4 to 18 other people, depending on the hostel and the room that you choose. But with that, you only pay maybe $20, $30 a night to stay in a hostel. And I've even seen hostels go as low as $8 a night in specific cities. So extreme savings that you can spend somewhere else, like food. At least that's what I spend it on. So with that price, what do you get? That leads me into comparison number 2, amenities. So when you are at a hostel, a lot of the amenities can vary depending on the hostel that you choose. But some of the options that you have available that are in a lot of them are going to be a laundry room that you can wash your clothes in, a kitchen, they usually have a full kitchen, you can even cook there. They also have bars. Some of them have bars that you can have access to. It might be a public bar that other people can get access to, or it might be a bar that is only for your hostel. And they have Wi-Fi. They also have night lights, usually towards the beds. It is dormitory style, so it is going to be bunk beds in the room, but it's not as bad as you might think. Usually the beds aren't too bad to sleep in, at least from my experience. I'm not a picky sleeper, so I can pretty much sleep anywhere. I could sleep right here, right now. They also give you a locker that you can lock your stuff up in, so that when you aren't in your room, if your stuff is locked, you bring your own lock so that your stuff is safe. With a hotel, on the other hand, you might get a fitness center in a hotel. I ain't doing fitness. Only thing I'm doing is fitting more food in my mouth. What I like to do is fitness in my mouth. I'm breaking bread with Jesus. Some hotels might have a pool that you can access to or a hot tub, but so do some hostels. So don't neglect that fact that some hostels have that option. Just depends on the hostel you go to, just like it depends on the hotel that you go to. As I mentioned, some hostels do have bars in them. Some hotels have bars in them. So there are things that are comparable between the two that are really not going to make a difference. Hotels should have Wi-Fi. So hostels and hotels have that in common, where both of them are going to provide you Wi-Fi, especially nowadays. You can't live without Wi-Fi now, can you? But like I mentioned before, hostels have laundry rooms, and not a lot of hotels have that option. So I'd actually say that hostels got it going on there. That's also because there's a different style of traveler that's coming through hostels. A lot of times people are backpacking and they only have about 5 to 7 outfits with them to last them the entire time that they're traveling. Whereas when you're going to a hotel, you might bring a whole suitcase or 2 or 3 or 7. But that makes it an important thing to have those laundry rooms in the hostel, because if you're packing less, then you can rewear and reorganize your clothes. Number 3, privacy. That hotels are going to have more privacy than a hostel would. So if that is something that is very, very, very important to you, then hotel is going to take this point. Hotels, you are going to be able to have your own private room and your own private bath. In a hostel, you are going to be sharing a room with other people, and you're also going to be sharing most likely a bathroom with other people too. The bathroom could be located in the hallway and accessible by multiple rooms, or it could be a private bath that is just for your room. Just depends on the hostel that you're staying at. There are some hostels though that will give you a privacy curtain with your bunk, which are really nice added bonuses. Even when they don't have that though, I usually bring a blanket. I pretty much make my own privacy curtain. So that is something that you could do if you wanted, if you just wanted a little bit of privacy in your bunk if you're doing something and you didn't want someone watching. They do have bathrooms that have changing rooms usually, so that is still private. Some hostels though do offer private rooms that are gonna be more affordable than you going to a hotel, and you still get that social atmosphere. So it really just depends on the hostel that you're going to, but keep in mind that some of them do have that private room option. In a hotel with that privacy, you're gonna get a little bit more space to sprawl out. I don't know why I just did that. In a hostel, you are going to have to be a little bit more mindful of the space that you're taking up and be considerate to other people. Just so you know, with hostels, you could be in a room with 4 to 18 people. And those options for rooms are usually broken up by mixed dorm, female only dorm, and male only dorm. So that is so that you can choose your comfortability level and what you want. Number 4, atmosphere. So one of the biggest things I love about hostels is the ability to be able to connect with other people. Very easy. So you are in a more of a community type of area. It's just awesome. I think this is a really important thing to consider when thinking about what kind of travel you're gonna do, because when I travel, I like being able to meet new people and have that experience to meet people from different backgrounds and cultures and just see their experiences. The social atmosphere of a hostel is so much more involved. They have different meetings usually each night that gives you an opportunity to meet other people in the hostel. There's lounge areas where you can sit and talk and chat with people. There's a common area usually to eat food. If they have a restaurant in the hostel, then you can eat with other people. I mean, there have been many days where I wake up in a hostel and I go and get breakfast. I go and sit down, but I don't just go and sit down alone. I'll go and ask someone if I can sit with them. Or if I do sit alone for some reason, someone will usually come up and ask if I can sit with them. And it's really nice because you just get to know people that way. It's a much different atmosphere compared to a hotel, where in a hotel, everybody's kind of in their own bubble. And if that's you, then you do you, boo-boo. Number 5, location, location, location. So location is very important, right, when it comes to where you're staying. Now, if you're staying in a hotel, you're most likely going to be in an area that might be a little bit more outside of the city, unless you're paying a real top dollar to be in the middle of those cities, right? But one plus to hostels is that they are usually located in the city center, or they're very close to the city center, maybe no more than a mile away. And the reason for that is because a lot of the people traveling to these are backpacking. One of the strategic reasons for that is because the people that are traveling to hostels usually aren't renting cars, and they need to be able to walk everywhere or use public transportation. So those hostels are strategically placed so that those people can do that. And a lot of people, when they're looking for hostels, will take that into account, how close it is to the city center. Number 6, how to book a hostel or hotel. When you are booking these, just like you would a hotel looking online, I usually use hotels.com. That's really worked out for me and getting those good deals. But when you are researching, you're looking into all the amenities that they have. You are looking into the reviews of that hotel. It's the exact same with hostels. With hostels, I usually use hostelworld.com. And this is a great way to find hostels all over the world World that are available. They also have a rating system which goes from 1 to 10, and it tells you the amenities that they have. It literally looks just like you're trying to purchase a hotel. It looks like that purchasing a hostel, and it gives you feedback from other travelers as well. One quick little tip is you can go through Hostel World, and that's where I find a majority of the hostels that I stay, and sometimes I will book through there. But actually, a little tip is to take that hostel and put it into Google and find their website. Sometimes you can go to their website and pay for a room, and it's going to be cheaper than if you were to do it through Hostel World, because Hostel World has some fees that are associated with using the platform. So that's just a little tidbit to save a little bit of extra money next time you might be booking your hostel. Number 7 is safety. So a lot of people might think that hostels are less safe than they would be for hotels, but that is incorrect. At a hotel, you have a key card and you go into your room that way, right? It's the same thing with hostels. They give you a key card. You and your roommates are the only people that have access to your room, but you have that ability to be able to lock up your stuff. And nobody's hurting anybody at hostels. You're not going to get taken. It is a completely safe atmosphere, and they want it to be comfortable because a lot of young people who travel go to these places and they want it to be a comfortable atmosphere for everybody who's traveling there. I swear on my heart and soul that it is a great experience, and if you are even just the slightest little bitest of a socialite, if you like talking to people, it's a great atmosphere to be a part of, and I highly recommend it. So hostels versus hotels. There are many differences, and hotels are going to give you more privacy, more space, different amenities, but it's also going to cost you more money. Whereas hostels really have that sense of community and a social atmosphere that is great for solo travelers so that you guys don't feel alone. So guys, that's all I've got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you liked this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you guys next Saturday at 12 p.m. Have a great day. Bye. Thanks for sticking to the end. I am going to show you some of the beautiful hostels that I've stayed in across Europe, and you may just change your mind on how skeptical you are about hostels, because some of these places are absolutely gorgeous and they're just as affordable, if not more. So enjoy, and I hope you guys have an awesome day. I have been to so many hostels in pretty much every country that I've visited, and I have had an amazing experience. I've met friends that I would have never met had I not been in those hostels, and relationships that have grown to, if I ever want to go to another country, I could pretty much be like, hey, you know, how are you? It's great to catch up with you. And then like, I'd be like, hey, I'm coming to your area. And they would 100% without me asking be like, please stay with me. And it's just the relationships that you create are so invaluable, and the people that you meet, you'll never get another experience like it. All my animals are paying attention to me. She didn't want to be